Welcome back to the Spark Podcast. I'm Heather Hellman, creator of the Spark Method and the founder of Spark Soul Society. This is a space where we unlock your light, amplify consciousness, and remember that when we rise together and we become unstoppable. So in our first episode, it was the Fool's Journey, and now we're leaping from the unknown into the Magician, which is the moment you realize that you were not without, that you actually had every tool that you needed to activate inside of you. And I couldn't think of two more wonderful, powerful, inspiring, energetic beings to join me in this conversation today. I have Leslie and Stacie from the Chakra Healing Room, and their work is about helping people activate their inner wisdom from their body and their soul, and which is exactly why the Magician is a wonderful topic for us to explore. Ladies, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
No, you're so welcome. I'm so excited. This has been an honest journey. The Fool's Journey has led me to here. Who knew it would lead me back to my roots? The knowing. This is exciting because Leslie and I have known each other since we were teenagers, and it has been quite a journey to be here because before I had seen her until we came together for this, it had been 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like truly. I was at your wedding, I think, but I don't really even count that because it was a wedding, right? It was a day. So, yeah. And a lot of life had happened in between all of those journeys, and neither one of us were really intertwined into the spaces of what we do now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been my piqued curiosity since then, because coming into this and hearing about your alignment with Stacie has been kind of a cool unveiling of how each one of our journeys really was like this. Holy cow, I've kind of been doing this my whole life, and like, wait a minute, what? Other people know? Like, okay, this is really cool. So tell us a little bit about the Chakra Healing Room. Like, talk about that for a second.
You gonna go ahead?
Yeah. So we're actually starting our third year. So we've been open for 2 years now. Stacie and I always say that we were just divinely guided to come together because it was like a million signs and synchronicities, and it's a whole other show in itself to talk about how we even met. But it was definitely divinely guided. Neither one of us knew we would be on this journey that we're on right now.
Just totally trusting.
Yes. Yes. And I'd say, it first started with Stacie just really listening and her spirit guides telling her to just open the doors. Your people will come. Mm-hmm. Just open the space. Right. And then that's when I was inserted.
Like a couple months later.
Yes.
And I was just totally trusting. I did not have the resources to open the doors, but I trusted fully that I was being led somewhere that needed to happen. And I trusted that. And then 2 months later, the universe knew I needed a partner. And so insert Leslie. And
partner in crime.
It has been magical ever since. So
just talk about going with the flow of things. It's just insane. But we opened these doors, and then we were just looking into it, and we've had over 350 workshops in here in 2 years. The amount of souls that have come and gone and that are still with us are incredible. Yeah. And we've just been on this huge, definitely full journey into like, oh, we're really powerful beings.
Right. Yeah.
Who knew? And it took us 350 workshops
to figure
like
it out.
A couple thousand people probably to get us there.
Do you know how many thousands of people I've probably healed in my lifetime without even realizing what I've done?
Right.
And that is the part that I think to myself, on that fool's journey we've been so humbly stumbling, rolling, crashing, burning on. It's been no wonder my need for seeking outwardly to break outside of the box, because my expansion was about building this big intertwined, finding all of our invisible strings.
Yeah.
And being a big enough lighthouse and laser beam for everyone to find it. And start connecting it together. It's the craziest spider web. I knew I loved that song when we were kids.
Go Quinn. Yes, I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah.
It's so cool that you guys had an intuitive experience in your coming together of this. Like, it shows how when we honor our sacral selves and we choose the yes or the no, and we listen to that where it can lead us. And from an energy standpoint, you know, I feel like so many people aren't really ticking like that.
Yeah.
And so to come across it and feel called to work with it is interesting, which kind of brings me to, I got to ask Leslie, because I think it was Leslie who did the reaching when finding me. I mean, we were connected because I like knew you on Facebook, and I'm the biggest one who can even say, like, I'm not really ever on Facebook. I use Instagram as the platform, and when I'm just tending to the garden, if you will, like, I'm like, oh, okay, let's go pull a few weeds and check a few things. But
Right.
so you had found me there, and tell everyone how we kind of came back together.
Yeah, I just remember, and I'm not big on Facebook either, right? So it's just even the synchronicity of me like coming across you. And I don't know what it was. I mean, we've obviously been Facebook friends for a long time, but I wasn't really following, you or anything, but something you did or posted just came across my field. And I was like, oh, that's Heather. Like, she looks beautiful.
Oh,
Let me click and see what, she's up to. And so when I clicked on you, it was your title. And I don't remember what it is now, but it was definitely our field, mystical astrology or whatever. And I was like, no freaking way. Like, she does. So that's when I privately messaged you, and I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, what are you up to? Like,
she did.
look
It
what
was
we're
basically
doing.
that. Like, I need to know everything,
I know.
right? And for me, in the blissfulness and what I just got to, I think, unearth inside of myself. We're just coming off the 8/8 portal of 2025. So whenever you're finding this recording, this is kind of post that. And it was a big coming of ages, almost tale for me, because it really was encapsulating a 25-year period of my life that I needed to kind of make amends, release, usher in, create the opening for in my life energetically. I was in a tragic car accident, fatal, and lived to talk about it. And that was literally like Leslie had left my life at that point. And so she didn't even know I had this accident, which is just crazy when you think about it. Because I look back at we've since found and discovered like our friendship. We were like close and as thick as thieves, like thick as thieves. And I mean, I introduced her to her previous husband. We worked together. We went to proms together, proms plural. Like, I think it's crazy. Like, and what's funny to me is I had such an interesting, I think, due to everything that had happened in these circumstances, I had this horrid mindset framework of myself at that time where I grew up, what I was doing. It was like I had hatred towards everything in that moment. And so to have Leslie come forward, a moment of like someone who I identify as one of the true things that I could say, like, from that stuff, I was good. Like, I could put into the good list and say, oh gosh, this was a person that never hurt me. Like, this was nothing that ever hurt me or broke my heart. So she asked me this, and I go digging because I'm a researcher. Okay, look, first off, I got to know. And if I don't know, I'm going to find out. Like, so I went digging and I dug into like everything you guys were doing. And I'm like, chakras, healing, Reiki, Wentzville, Missouri. What are you doing, ma'am? And like, how are you doing it there? Because my mind, I'm pretty sure the very first time, like, Leslie told me everything and we were like face to face, I'm just like explosions in my mind going off because I'm like, in what world? Because to me, being out on the West Coast, breaking outside of this box and understanding that it was safe to practice my geniuses in ways that like I didn't ever get the opportunity to. The word consciousness wasn't even a word I knew where I grew up to even like look at me and understand. So energy healers, light workers, seers, oracles. I'd have been chased out of my own house. Like I really feel that way sometimes. And that's just not the case. And that has been the biggest unveiling, thanks to Leslie, for me in this experience, has been not only are you able to do it, Heather, but I think you're going to be able to do it in a way that like expands further than you ever imagined.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that was the piece of me and understanding my mastery was Leslie coming back into my life because I got to witness the work that I do through her.
Because we're all one.
Right.
Because we are all one. Yeah.
Yeah, you were just seeing a healed part of you, right? In Leslie, you were seeing that healed part of you already. You were recognizing that what you saw in Leslie was already a part of you, and you stepped into that, and here you are. And I think it's beautiful.
I just got full body chills sensations when you said that because it was like my everything behind me, every like spirit energy of source was like, yeah. And I feel that though. Like I felt that call of serenity this last trip. I hadn't been back in a few years. So my awakening points from then to now have been incredible. And I've been in my Saturn return. So if anyone who understands what that means, it's a very chaotic rebirthing time in your life. And it was the just this energy that I had to on every playing field deal with to be here.
Yeah.
To be in this moment, to be speaking to you guys, to honor how much expansion has happened just since even starting the Sparked Method. I go like even in the measurable tones of awakenings, right? They say we've been awakening since 2012, right? That was like the beginning of this great awakening of energy source. And I honor that. And now I'm so shaken to clarity that I have no choice but to honor the geniuses and modalities here because my purpose is to use that mastery to help others, right? And it's what makes the collective so compelling and so interesting. And you know, each one of you does work. So Stacie, like I know you're kind of still stepping into the expansion part of yourself, and Leslie's kind of coming through her other side and like the self-worth portion of unlocking these like layers of self.
Yeah. That's one of the things just working together. We're mirroring and helping each other grow into who we are. Yeah. That's what's been happening the past few years.
It's just been this teeter-totter but we recognize that we are mirroring each other. Right. And it has been so helpful. We were just talking this morning how boy, like we have been in turbo speed. You know, we were in this position to have 350 plus workshops. And so all of that energy come in and knowing that we are the observers of our life and that energy is just mirroring a part of us, you know, everybody has come in and helped us on this journey and to have like Leslie and
when people come and go, we're like, oh, well, we must have healed that part.
Yeah.
And then when people are still in our awareness, we're like, oh, we're still healing that.
We're still healing that part because we call in the energy that's within us, right? And so good or bad. So stepped into that and recognizing that and loving that. So everybody that comes through, like no matter who they are, we are so grateful for their energy, for bringing whatever it is to our awareness. So,
you know, I think the fun part is that we like neuroscience supports the idea that if we act on our inner resources, right? Even something as simple as just locking in and doing box breathing or breath work, just breathing, the art of simply sitting back and calling attention to our breath, awareness. It is literally the ticking steps to basically disarm the nervous system, right? So the brain can actually fire up and continue what we call healing or remembering, even.
Right.
And really, it's just using what you have. It's just calling in what's already there waiting for you. It's right there. It's right there. And so many people just have it sitting dormant. And they, the words get so misconstrued by energy and consciousness and awakenings. People get terrified when you say words like awakening in certain circles, right? They're like, what? Am I dead? Am I like, what is this? And you're like, all right. I hear you. But what I'm trying to say is there's a part of your brain that's sleeping. It's not being exercised. It's very lazy. It's just like anything else. You exercise it, you use it, and you give it new forums in which you create disciplines that actually like stimulate you. It's incredible what we as just this can do. Like
power that we have within, right? And
Yes.
it's
right?
just filling up our toolbox, right? Just filling it up along the way with, now we're going through this situation, and what tool to get out of our toolbox, or that to use to get through that little wave of energy, right? Just that's
And that, I mean, those are the things that we as the healers or the teachers get to really try to make the movement of the change of, is getting people to understand that I can do this for you. The end goal should be you can do this for you.
Exactly.
And say that, right? That
Yeah.
like something that we always say is we want people to come in to any of our workshops, or even to come in and talk to us, and we know that the tool that we gave them is something that they can pull without. We always say, if you lived on like an island, a deserted island by yourself, we would want you to know that you have the tools inside of you to get through this stuff, and you don't have to call up your therapist or the person, the Reiki
That does
master or whatever. You can do this stuff by yourself. So that's our biggest thing that we want people to understand, is they are powerful, like so powerful.
Well, and we don't have enough people telling us that we are, because we're already a sounding voice. Like, to come to this place, the reason why I definitely keep title as healer and not just coach, because sure, I'm more a cheerleader for you. Like I amplify, right? I'm all air, so of course I'm gonna bring me the fire. I got you. Bring me the water. We'll make it a flood. Like I got it. But what I see is that the self-worth element of understanding that it's all in us. People get so very buried, very locked in, very tuned out, which is why the word awaken even comes into play when we start working in healing. Because it's a very gray energy. It's a very dull pulsation. If we're talking frequency or energy vibration, it's a very just stagnant pulse.
Right.
And to me, that is not being alive. And that I feel that in the truest sense, you are kind of dead to what is happening, because you are not aware of yourself. Because if you were, then you would know how it's outwardly impacting everything around you. And you have the innate ability to change that, to shift timelines, to activate an energy force, and literally call in what you want to see with your own imagination. And how delulu can you be with that? Because it's all right there.
Right. Yeah. We are our own creators, and it's as simple as how we react to something, right? I mean, that's how we create, is our reaction to everything around us.
What do you think, Stacie, and I'll get to you too, Leslie. I want you both to kind of like think about this. As one of the geniuses skills you get to work in and nurture, what do you feel has been the most helpful tool for you yourself?
It's a constant learning, right? There's been so many tools along the way that I'm like, I would say this, but like right now, right here, right now, probably, I would say, being the observer in my life, and looking at everything from this higher perspective of everything's happening for me and not to me.
Good.
That is probably my biggest, and that's where I am now. And really, so it's something that I hear all the time, and I used to say all the time, but I've been stepping into it and feeling that observer feeling lately, and it's the most magnificent feeling ever. And I feel like it's it's that peace, feeling peace as the observer, because everything's happening for me. It's beautiful. That mindset has been
I love it. It is very beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Leslie, how about you?
I have to agree, honestly, because I look at every situation now as like, why is this person in my awareness? Why is this situation in my awareness? So it's really an observation of like, you're not playing victim and this is happening to me and woe is me. It's like, okay, this, I called this energy in for a reason, and do I need to heal something? Do I need to change my mindset? Do I need a reset? Do I need a break? Do I need to be, celebrating the fact that I did something and like it's in my awareness and it happened because I created that.
Because I pulled it in.
I pulled it in. Good job.
Yeah. Came in all happy and is on a road to success.
Right.
I pulled that in. So I have that energy within me.
Like recently I manifested, I would say, a free car. Okay.
You did. You truly did. Witness
and
it.
I'm like, good job, Leslie. You did that. Like, it wasn't like, oh, you got lucky. Like, I don't look at things like that anymore. It's like, I did that.
Well,
and then I manifested getting pulled over in it. So, what was my lesson in this, right? So
be careful what we learn. Right. Exactly.
Well,
we can, as a manifest generator, which there are different types by human design, to be able to speak it, set it, forget it, and let it happen is the art of what a manifest generator can do. And while each human design gets a gift in that ability, we definitely have that strength in being able to speak things to existence, which is awesome. And a curse, because when you say out loud the negative,
you're like, no, I'm sorry. I didn't take it back.
I'm like, no, don't say that out loud. Don't even put that out there. Like, I don't know how many times I've said, don't speak that devil truth out loud. Like, don't put it out. It's bad. Like, I try to stop, like mid thought. I'm like, get in there, stay.
Right. Oh, no. Nope. Oh. I did not complete the thought. It doesn't count.
Right. Backspace. Empty trash, just for good measure. Right? I like, get it out.
Hugs.
Sage, Palo Santo, Reiki. All right, I'm all good. Like, I don't know.
Powerful. Words are and thoughts are that powerful, right? And so that is true. It's
true. It's a truth that I think should be so much more universally known, because the power that people could have to speak the words into their existence, if they understood their human design, if they understood their birth chart, if they understood that there's an internal compass that literally is given to you scientifically, genetically, and they all operate on a vibrational pulse, which is energy.
Yeah.
And you have the ability to truly magician, wizard shit this. Okay, we can do you're a wizard, Harry. Like, I love it. Like, you know what I mean? You have that ability. And if you feel that there's a sense inside of you that is being in the clouds, in the fog, I'm so grateful that we are in the positions that we are to be here as resources for the same kind of questions we all have been going through and experiencing and going, am I crazy? Is this real life? Is this, you aren't going to believe I had the wildest dream yesterday, or take a look at what I wrote and I'm not even sure who wrote it, because it's definitely not me. And it is, but the crazy part is it's all of us. And so to have those mirrors, those twin flames, and the ones a little further ahead on these journeys to kind of like help us shift into place our energy, especially when we're seeking it, right? This is for those who are seeking that absolute shift in energy. And it's not for the meek. It is not for the meek sometimes, because some people are completely blissful in their autopilot, and I respectfully honor that. Like, I really will, true and true. Like, this is not everyone's ball game. But for those who feel it and are looking for it, I hope that they take the steps to implement the things that they can, or find the teachers, the healers, the energy workers, so on and so forth, the therapists, the personal trainers, the nutritionists.
Right.
Take care of your mind, body, soul, and you will find these divine things really kind of start to work and align together. And then it becomes this energy source that you almost can't ignore. It's what pulls you forward almost effortlessly.
It is. And I think you hit it about feeling. So feeling it, people have to feel it. So we can tell people all day long and try to like give advice all day long, but it's not until they're ready and in alignment to feel it that they're going to, to understand that. But finding your tribe, right? I think that's what I hear you saying too, is it's
Great
very
point.
important. If you feel stuck and you feel stagnant and you don't know what in the world's going on, find people that will listen, that are there for you,
Exactly.
You need like-minded people to embrace your crazy.
Yeah.
Of course, and
So that
support
you
it.
recognize you're not crazy.
Right.
Yeah, well, and what is crazy to these points anymore, right? I sit back and I look at where I started and who I am today, and the girl that started this journey is like screaming like she made it to everything, and this one's over here like, I'm fucking crazy for everything I did to get here, for everything. And I'm honoring both sides of that journey, going like, this one's just like, yes, like, we did it, let's fucking go. And the other one's like, okay, can we stop like with the let's effing go, because I'm done, we're done with that part of the things. But life comes at me, and here it is again, and I come full circle with that. But I think this has been a true and tried like understanding of just a beginning of a peak of how our geniuses, our energy, we are the resource that we need to get to these parts of ourselves that we have been waiting to understand and use. I think that, to me, that's a big part of why I started Spark Soul Society in the first place. Was I wanted safe, conscious connection. I wanted elevated experiences where people felt the joy that I felt being in their presence when connection was alive and happening, because people's energy were connected to each other. And whether that's through music and wellness and just the gathering of like minds, it's a space that we're rejoiced and celebrated in, and it's a peaceful place. And of course, I want to share that with the world, and I want to help people find the same peace that I feel, the same electrified feeling when I look outside and see how technicolor the world is. And I find that because I've found it in me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And why wouldn't you want to help everybody that comes into
I'm
your
just
awareness to see the same thing, because they're all parts of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so everybody that's in your awareness that is lost, of course you want that,
right.
because they're all
I
part of
love
you that
that.
you're healing.
Yeah.
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 To amplify others is the gift. To amplify ourselves, to be able to make that such a powerful notion that by my own energy being able to be in a room and shift it is the thing that I'm most grateful for. It's the thing I honor the most. And I'm so glad that it was a powerhouse to call in one of my oldest tribe sisters and say, hey, I think we got some things to do together.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. And I'm so excited to see how our expansion already has brought in all these other layers.
Yeah.
And also opened us up in places that we've been fighting for a while, and denying ourselves of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that you've given me the courage to come out here and be like, no, there's a method to my madness. It's called the spark. And I don't know how, but I know some things about some things, and I think I should share them with the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm grateful to that. I'm grateful to Stacie and the beautiful space that she created to call all of this together and put us even further into this alignment of how to have what an anchored root in a place that I never would have looked. And of course, it's the roots. Of course, it's there. And I'm so grateful.
It was always here. You just
It was always there.
to see it,
Yeah.
right?
You
It
created
was
it.
always there.
You
And
did.
yeah, right. I've been creating
Yeah,
it since the day I came out and said, "All right,
Good
baby,
job, Heather.
you got a Gemini Virgo, and she's gonna rule the world." Okay, and we're going. She's gonna be a magical unicorn and take it all on.
Yep.
And I love it. Well, ladies, is there any last final thoughts that you'd like to leave the audience listening about your geniuses and how to tap into your self mastery?
So if anything, just follow your gut, follow your spirit. Like if you have a calling for something, go for it.
Yeah.
Because, 5 years ago, I was a regional manager in a bank, wishing that I owned my own business and did something spiritual. And then, here I am, right? Like,
never would have thought, right?
No.
That it could happen.
Just know that it can, and then get out of your own way and just live in the flow of it and just listen to all those instincts, all those insights, intuitions, all those random people that come into your life, and just follow all those breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would
love that you set that up. Like that was so not even intentional, because that kind of wraps where we are with the magician and steps us into what'll be the next episode of the high priestess and trusting our inner knowing.
Yeah.
Okay. And listening to that, where are we headed next? Literally. Thank you for that tee up for the next episode. And
that's how it works.
I'm going to close this with this. Yeah. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your beautiful gifts. I was honored to share time and space with you guys in your healing room and sit under the pyramid. I hope others come and find you under the pyramid. And you are the magician. The tools are within you. And it is our time to unlock the light for others to use their geniuses and gifts. And I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good rest.